Yeah, it's raining. Let's go and code. Of course it's raining in Edinburgh, in Scotland. Right, so I managed to finish one task for my app. I made a context for my authentication that I brought the whole app with. So now I have interactions like these. Created a context here, and the provider has the user, does all the login and log out. And then I can use these to verify the user, to authenticate it, and show the correct buttons, for example, in the header. And this updates now whenever I make changes. So if I log out, this updates. If I log in, this updates again. And I can show this is a conditional one. So if I log out, here I won't be able to see it. And if I actually try to navigate to the URL, I use this to check unauthorized in my page. Is authenticated and has permissions like that. So yeah, this is all wrapped in. This is the provider. Cool, so that's one task down. I'm gonna go to the gym now and we'll continue later. I think it's still raining, so probably not gonna go outside today, but I do want to finish a few more tasks for my school workout, blow some steam off, cure my hangover, and come back and work on the app and finish a few more tasks. Okay, gym is done and a few other chores. Time to go back to my project. I'm happy I finished the authentication provider. That's one of the biggest tasks I had. I just couldn't stand having the header not being updated whenever the user logs in. But now that I have that, I can use that context everywhere for the user. And now I just need to do some work on the crowd operations for meals and like creating a meal, editing a meal, assigning a meal to a day. So I think I'm just gonna try and do a couple forms. That's gonna be it for today. The authentication thing. Right, I implemented my own authentication. Let me just set this camera. In one of my other videos, I made a video about Next.js and creating authentication in Next.js. And I did it for the video I did it like a custom authentication. When I started today, I looked into using Next.auth or some other library for an authentication because I think I'll run into some issues in the future with the login, especially if I want to implement like authentication with other services like Facebook or whatever. I think it's best to use a library for that, or like Clerk or some other service. But I tried to use Next.auth and it wasn't as straightforward, especially with the app router, so I'm gonna leave that for another time, especially when I need to implement another provider or something. That's when I can look into it. But for now, I'm happy with this. Just gonna use the authentication I have. And my deployment keeps failing, so I need to look into that as well. The Vercel have their own kind of app that's connected to my repo. Whenever I push, the app picks it up and creates a deployment, and that keeps failing, so I need to look into why. But yeah, I don't really work on this project too often, to be honest. I only work on it when I need to make a video, basically. But I do want to work on more. I have holiday coming up, so I'm probably gonna do some more work around then. My energy is close to zero today. I haven't slept enough in a few days, drinking and going out and all the stuff. But yeah, just gonna keep working on this. What else can I say? The best thing about JavaScript and all the libraries that exist around JavaScript and the different frameworks, different ways you can set it up, I think that's one of the biggest strengths of JavaScript. And I think it's good to use libraries. I say use as many libraries as you need for your project, piece it together, and whatever works for you, that's the best way to go about it. People are gonna say, oh, this is the best library, this is the best library, or whatever, but yeah, I think it depends on the requirements and the project. Cool, let's go. I filmed this like 4 times now. I think I'm gonna finish today here. I created a create meal form. I used the tanstack React table to have a table of ingredients, and it's a dynamic table where I can add rows dynamically, and each of the rows is one ingredient with the amount and measurement for the amount, like grams, and then the amount and the ingredient, and have a button to add more rows. It doesn't look good at the moment, but yeah, it kind of works. I'm not very happy with it. I think I'm gonna go back to it and change some stuff. Now I have a way to create meals, which is great. I've made progress. And the dynamic table, it's a challenge, but that's why I love programming. I love solving challenges, even though it's a silly challenge where I can't figure out how to create a dynamic table. But yeah, I've tried dynamic tables a couple times before, and for some reason it's very hard every time. They just don't work, but yeah, maybe there's a better way to do it. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of the day. Happy coding. Bye.